Sup?
The random gods have spoken, and we are drinking some Xiangming factory.
Yeah.
This is the Nannuo from 2011.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. So Teas Would Like was doing a pre-order. Maybe they'll sell these in the future of these cakes. So
Yeah.
it was between this and some Mansong, and we did a random number generator.
There you go. Boom.
Doing this guy.
Yeah. So we had the Manjuan last time.
Yeah, which we really liked.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see how this goes, honestly.
Yeah, Nannuo is actually an area I am not a big fan of, generally speaking. So I don't think, a single Nannuo cake.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, I do, actually. I bought some early on. They're in the ugly stepchild part of my Punga that I don't access.
Before I knew what real tea was.
Yeah.
Ooh, some peach on that. It's an interesting note. One thing that I've been experiencing more and more with Shang teas is just noticing the fruit on them, and yeah, it has a nice peachiness to it.
Yeah, it's known for a very kind of specific fragrance, Nannuo. Or at least that's how I was introduced to the region.
Very ignorant on my end, so providing nothing.
I think like specifically like certain type of perfumey, fruity flavor.
Sure.
Anyways, again, not something that I drink, so
right.
We're approaching this from not a place of regional experience.
Yeah, interesting. Cool to do it. Always good to experiment. And then just in terms of parameters for folks out there watching,
yeah,
what are you using roughly here?
Just I think it's like 4.5, 4.6 grams or 75 milliliters.
Perfect.
Yep. So pretty typical parameters. Yep. And we'll just see how this does. Again, with these teas, they've been stored fairly dry. I think some combination of Korea and Kunming ? So they're not going to present the same as a Taiwanese stored or a Hong Kong stored tea.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, there's a very interesting kind of unique plummy fragrance in that. Anyway, here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Quite sweet.
Yeah. Interesting to go from the teas we're having. This is a rare day where we're just having straight rub. This tea in comparison to the teas we were just drinking, which were the Bien Hao teas, it's juicier.
Totally. Much brighter.
Yeah. It's
much sweeter.
Yeah, it's in a nicer place, I think.
Yeah. This is actually I'm enjoying this first steeping. Be curious to see where it gets to in terms of the base notes on this. Interesting. You know, the greenness on this is pretty lacking, I think.
Yeah.
The basiness on this is kind of mild, honestly.
Yeah.
Interesting, though. Because it's not... I kind of associate that with the Iwu teas more than...
Like the basiness?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like of the young teas we have, we almost always have Iwu.
Fair enough,
versus something like this. I thought you were about to recreate that Denny meme of the... Shout out to Discord. Love every one of you freaks. Yeah.
Dude, that's what I knew. Like I think I told my wife about it, and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they have these emotes, and I'm one of them." And she's like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, "I know, I made it, babe. Like I did it. We got there."
I wasn't one of them, and then all of a sudden I was 7 of them. Thanks, Rex.
Dude, I know, right? Yeah. He's got some good ones. Yeah, managing to catch pretty much every content creator with the awkward looking face.
Yeah, which is
doing the Lord's work. That's what the internet's all about.
Which I mean, honestly, it's like TDB. If you wanted to do that, we have lots of content. Yeah. Prolific. So, how's that look?
It's interesting. It's actually.
Yeah, you look at that, you wouldn't think it's 14 years old.
No, right. It's quite green.
Yeah.
It really is. In the cup, actually. Interesting, yeah. All right, here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. It has this interesting texture thing that is, yeah, it's like a little tangy almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree with you about the juiciness.
Yeah.
It's like very fruit juicy. I'm not quite sure what the fruit is though.
Like something like a little on the dark side, like plum leather juice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is definitely not a thing as far as I know.
yeah. Plum leather.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's
classic
thing,
flavor,
honestly. Yeah. Noticing the base on it now.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah. Actually, you're right. The bases come in on this last steep.
A little bit. It's not nothing like the last one.
Yeah. It's tasty.
Yeah, I like this actually. I'm not quite sure I could pinpoint this kind of Nannuo fragrance thing that you're talking about.
No, I'm not sure either. In fact, when I had this tea first blind, and I did like it, but I definitely did not peg it as, or I don't think I pegged it as Nannuo.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be quick to confuse this with something like Yu at this point.
I was about to say, I think it does taste a little different than Yu.
Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't have that same aftertaste that you get, the Six Famous Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it's not. It's kind of at a good place where it is pretty balanced, I'd say, as far as
totally
just kind of the strength of it.
What's the year on this?
2011.
Okay.
So 14 years old.
Yeah. I wonder what this is going to turn into. It's tasting really quite nice right now. Yeah, it's very green.
No, also worth noting, is one of those areas that, you definitely have your fair share of cakes that are marketed as Nannuo and whatnot, but it's also probably historically made its way into a lot of blends. So it is an area that has, a long history with tea production, but you maybe hear about it a little bit less because they slapped the Nannuo tag on it, not as often.
Gotcha.
So blended with other stuff. It's in Munghai County, so probably a lot of Nannuo material with dye blends and stuff like that.
It's funny how there's, and I don't want to say like a hype cycle around different mountains, but a little bit.
There definitely is,
Yeah, and so it's just kind of will come and go. Some, the emphasis of certain mountains will be increased or decreased based on what's kind of in the popular consciousness. Just drinking this is just like a tea to enjoy every day. This is, I think, actually really pleasant. This tastes fairly easy drinking to me. I wouldn't say this is like a classic profile, but one that I find to be very cohesive, not particularly off-putting in any way.
Yeah.
I could see drinking this like once a week for sure.
Yeah, it definitely has, it's starting to have a little bit of that bitterness seep in, but it's not like overwhelming bitterness or anything like that. So pushing this just a little bit longer on this tea. Let's see what this tea has in store.
Good balance.
Mom test, I'm going to say no.
Nope. Yeah.
Just it's a raw floor. Just probably not the right choice for you, Mom. Ultralight, probably not as well.
I don't think so either, but
Wartime.
I don't know. You get hyped on this? I don't know.
Do you want to get hyped every war?
One of those smooth, smoldering wars.
Yeah. Just like one of those rolling 100-year wars. The thing goes, France.
How's the war going again? Get me my cigarettes, boy.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't know. I got a musket. I got I got like a feather in my cap for some reason. You can see it. You see it on camera. It's there. What do you think now? I'm noticing the residual flavor quite a bit. Wouldn't necessarily call it a sweet Huigon, but which is interesting. People define that differently. Is Huigon only is it the returning flavor? Is it the returning sweetness only? You can comment below. Let me know about that.
This steep is interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, this one we are leaning more heavily into kind of like this resinous one. I push this one a bit, so it tastes a lot more in that kind of like that raw strength that you get from Rampur.
Yeah, definitely stronger. Yeah. Some bitterness on this one. Interesting. A lot of that heightened has kind of maybe been overshadowed now. Wonder how this will perform at those later steepings.
Yeah.
This is interesting. I'm not sure I will place this one internal, like for myself,
Yeah, I think in the end I probably would pick the Monjuan over this.
Oh.
But
same.
But it is a nice tea. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree entirely. This has in the base on this actually is I do another one.
Yeah. Okay.
Hit me, brother. I'm gonna cut. So yeah, the base on this one, I'm now noticing it quite stronger now. This one might be a little less cohesive today, maybe, but than the Manjuan, maybe a bit more potentially better for aging.
Yeah,
Hard to know.
I do think we drink a lot less tea from this area, so it is a little bit harder for us to place potentially.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I think it doesn't have like a heavy base at least. There's some going on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, I agree with that. I'm not sitting here feeling like I'm chewing my mouth or eating pills or something just really acrid and intense. I'm not even really like a super peaty or smoky base necessarily. Yeah, this is interesting.
Do you think you would think this tea is significantly younger if you had it blind?
I think I would think that it's younger than it is, but not. It doesn't taste like a freshly produced.
Yeah, like 10 years old.
Right.
Like
Yeah. It's kind of an interesting holding place right now.
It's interesting because there's definitely like a generation of tea drinkers that have kind of skipped past the like really drier aging of Kunming that you might have tried from Yunnan sourcing, and they're going straight to like Taiwan. So I think this stuff, if you're just judging off the liqueur color, you're gonna misjudge the age.
Yeah. Right.
Because I mean, like it's a light color.
Right.
But, that's surely because it's stored pretty dry.
Yep.
Cheers.
And I think maybe the first couple of steepings, you might
nice.
be even more confused because it's so sweet and bright up front. Yeah, I like this now. It's getting this. The balance is good. It's getting basier and deeper.
Yeah, this one's juicy and thick. I'd say this tea is actually kind of, done its sort of sinusoidal wave throughout the steeps. It hasn't been constant. Perhaps my brewing has been a little longer and shorter as well.
Interesting. I don't know how to feel about this one. I mean, yum session. Enjoy. Good to sample this. Would I buy this one? I don't think so. It's not quite the right combo of parts for me.
Yeah. It's definitely different. I think it's a good quality tea, but
yeah.
Do you want another one or?
I'm good.
You're good. Okay. Yeah.
Yo, do stuff.
Yeah, check out Teas We Like. Check out Xiangming Tea Factory if you're curious about this. We almost brought on a blend instead of this tea too that they made. So they have some interesting stuff. So I'm glad to see Teas We Like bringing up yet another boutique.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, teaswelike.com. Selection is insane and overwhelming. Go to the Tea Table Discord and ask people. That is what I have done. People have been really helpful. I'm a noob on Puer. Love you. I don't know what that was.
Is that our outro? Wu-Tang!
Was that? Yeah. That might have been too close to that Elon thing that happened. Anyway.
Concerning.
No. Yeah. Fuck. Very concerning. Subscribe! Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Fuck. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Don't piss off our shareholders. Wu-Tang!